know I haven't been on here in the last few days, but when I don't have a lot, I was bleeding. Don't have a lot to offer. Um, uh, I tend to not put videos out because I don't want to give away stuff that people pay for me for free. Um, but guys, make no mistake, it's been a good week, really good week. I actually had 8 in 1 day yesterday, 8 wins, 1 loss, and the loss was by a hook. We lost the Texas team total by 1 run. Needed one more run in that one. But anyways, let's get to today. We have some interesting stuff happening today, right? In the MLB, I didn't know I was bleeding there. Um, in the MLB, we have a game in London, which is odd, right? Now, this isn't my pick or nothing, but I just want to point something out to here for all you guys, sports better guys, people. You guys are going to want to bet on this game, guys. This game is going to be tricky to bet on. It's the Cubs and the Cardinals, which isn't the best game in the world to bet on unless you are assuming there's going to be a lot of runs. Well, in these foreign games, there tends to be a lot of runs for one of two reasons. Either they play at a ridiculous elevation, like in Mexico City, or they play at a really small field. And that's the case in London. Down the lines is only 330, guys. High school baseball fields are 300 feet down the lines. So 330 down the lines is short. It's not long. It's a really short, it'd be the shortest, kind of the shortest sides of baseball fields in the pros. Um, hey, what's up, Ken Brown? And it's short. And even in center field isn't even 400 feet. So you got Steele and Wainwright going. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of home runs in this game. And there's some history in London of there being games with a lot of home runs. In 2019, they played 2 games over there, the Red Sox and the Yankees, and there was like 50 runs in 2 games. So that's why that total's at 14. There's a reason for it, guys. It'll probably go over that. I wouldn't bet that though. I wouldn't even affect that. If you're gonna bet that game, go bet some of the home run props of the guys that are gonna normally hit home runs. You bet 2 or 3 of them, 1 or 2 of them lands, or you bet RBI props because then you get the home run as well. But guys, there's just a lot better ways to bet than just saying, "Oh, I think it's going to go over 14." 14 is not a normal number, right, for the MLB. Now I know scoring's been way up and all that, and that has to do with the shift and the pitch clock and all that. But it's not normal. It's just not normal for Major League Baseball lines to be 14. Generally, the highest lines in the MLB are in Colorado, and they're 12. That's usually where you get the highest over and unders, and they'll be 12 if it's a good hitting team there. But you don't want to be involved in a bunch of 14s because if you think about it, guys, look, 6 to 7 is a high scoring game, and that would go under that number. So don't get me wrong, I do think it'll go over. I do. But I don't think it's worth playing that way. I think there's a lot better ways to play it. If you're interested, you can get a lot of bigger plus money betting these RBIs, betting these home runs. You get a lot better juice, a lot better lines for essentially the same thing. You're expecting runs. All right, so now moving forward, let's get to the bet I got today. We're going to go to Colorado. We're going to go because the Angels are there. Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani are there, right? Yesterday, they go back-to-back home runs. Just for some information for anyone that doesn't know, yesterday I had my paid purchasers on an Ohtani RBI, an Ohtani home run, and a Trout RBI and a Trout home run. And that happened. The reason it happened and the reason I thought it was a great play is obviously the Colorado pitching is terrible. Ohtani and Trout have Ohtani's been ridiculously hot, but Trout has been picking it up. But they're hitting in Colorado. Colorado gives hitters an instant confidence about them to hit the ball over the fence. And Ohtani missed a few in the game. He finally got one, but it was an easy play. The RBI is an easier play. So when you play a home run prop, you should almost always pair it with the RBI prop because the home run wins both bets, but the RBI could happen and save your home run bet. So the way I like to do them is if I bet a home run prop, I always pair it with the RBI prop because of the correlation between the two. You can get an RBI without a home run, but you can't get a home run without an RBI. So if you do happen to hit a home run, you win both bets instantly. But if you just happen to only get the RBI, bam, you end up winning, and likely breaking even, or maybe even making a little bit, because a lot of times both of them will be plus money. So you split a unit or 2 units or whatever it is you do, but you split it between the two, and as long as there's an RBI by that player, you're going to win some money usually. So that's what we're looking at today. I'm not going to bet these guys to hit home runs because that would be home runs in consecutive games. But I am going to bet them both to hit an RBI. So Ohtani is plus 120 for an RBI, which is surprising to me that he is he's better juice than Trout. But it's where they bat in the lineup because Ohtani bats before Trout. And then Trout is plus 100. So as long as you win one of them, you're going to either break even if Trout wins, or you're going to win a little money with Ohtani. I think likely they both get an RBI in the game, but as long as you get one of them in, it breaks even. So today for you guys, I like Ohtani over 0.5 RBIs at plus 120, and I like Trout over 0.5 RBIs at plus 100. Now, you may be able to get this a little better, and it may be a little worse in some spots, but it's not going to be drastically different. You could bet the home run again. I'm not going to. I just don't think they do it 2 games in a row. I'm not saying one of them won't homer. One of them probably does homer, but I don't think both of them homer. What does plus 100 means? It means it's even money. Plus 100 means that it takes 100 to win 100. So when you see those negatives by the baseball lines, like minus 120, that means you have to bet $120 to win 100. So if you bet the 120, you'd get back 220 if the bet won. So it's called juice. It's how they handicap the money line, how they handicap the winner and the loser, as opposed to worrying about a point spread, because baseball has so few points as it would be. Now you can bet a point spread in baseball. It's usually minus 1.5 or plus 1.5 for whichever side you're on, and then the juice is according. But no, it's one of those spots. I think betting Ohtani and Trout to hit a home run in every game in this, or hit to score an RBI in every game in this series, makes a lot of sense to me, because it's in Colorado, and when good hitters are in Colorado, they succeed. Very rarely does a team with a top-notch hitter have a series in Colorado that doesn't have some home runs, that doesn't have a bunch of RBIs in it. Part of it is just the confidence, more so than the thin air. And also because Colorado's pitching's terrible. That helps a lot too. Colorado's pitching's awful from top to bottom. And so it makes it a lot easier on the hitters. And also Colorado is relatively good on offense. So they push teams. Teams can't just rest guys, or teams can't, they push them on offense even though their pitching's terrible. So again, where we're at today is Ohtani over 0.5 for an RBI at plus 120, and then Mike Trout over 0.5 RBIs at plus 100. And again, like I said, you could pair it with the home run again, but they hit home runs yesterday. So I would avoid that today. Now, if you just wanted to guess at one of them, it's you're getting big plus money, right? Over plus 200, so it's over 2 to 1 for one of them to hit a home run. You could put it in there, but personally, I'm not. Personally, I'm just going with the RBIs. And again, like I said, if you want to get involved in that London game, guys, I wouldn't bet sides or totals or that. I would just bet the home run props, because you're getting 400 a home run, plus 400 on some of the best hitters in the game, in that game. So I would take a chance on a few of those if you're really that interested. But again, I'm going to avoid that London game. A lot of the foreign games I don't like to mess with. There's just too much weirdness to them. But you could get involved. You could get involved with a team total on it, but you're going to have to lay like 7. 6 or 7 to get over but it's probably going to go over, guys. Like I said, the last time they played in London, 2 games, Red Sox, Yankees, It had over 50 runs in 2 games. So it's likely going over, but I'm not getting involved. But anyways, that's what I got for you guys today. You guys have a great day. This is Jacob from Wager Me This. Again, check out my package, guys. I'm not joking with you guys. If you're into sports betting, when I tell you that I've done pretty well, I've done pretty well. Especially this season too has went great. There's been some ups and downs like there is every year, but the overall is really, really good. And I've been getting really hot in Major League Baseball as the other sports have dialed down or quit. Hockey and basketball. Now my attention isn't split between a bunch of sports. It's really just on baseball, and it's obviously picked up. Like yesterday, like I said, I went 8-1. Probably should have went 9-0. I mean, we missed another run multiple times. But again, like anything else, in gambling, there's some ups and downs, but I have quite a few more ups than downs, guys. So if you're interested, it's $25 a month. Give me a try. One month, $25. See what I can offer you. See what I can help you with. And you get direct access to me through the Discord. I give out live bets. You can call me or whatever. I mean, I do all that stuff. So thanks for your time. This is Jacob from Wager Me This. You guys have a great day.